Hello, my name is Scuria-Herman, and today I'll be speaking on the topic of dreams. Now, this isn't coming out of nowhere. I'm taking a dreams, memory, and hallucination class for my psychology minor. So, I was looking at this assignment that I had to do today, and I was sort of thinking, let's kill two birds with one stone. Because I've got some thoughts about dreams that kind of go against the purpose of the assignment. And I'm gonna have to talk this out anyway, because I need to figure out what I'm gonna do to get this done. So might as well talk it out, get it out of the way, and then I'll probably cut up this footage and then use it in the actual assignment. So, dreams. In this class, we've already discussed how dreams aren't necessarily like psychology based, but technically related to physical health. And it's sort of the way your body repairs itself is by these muscle movements, these involuntary muscle movements, where it will twitch, and that's sort of like your body understanding the range of your motion, of the motor capability. And with these involuntary twitches, your brain will, retroactively come up with a story, like a hallucination for it. And so it's not necessarily like, oh, you're having a dream. It's like your dream is based on what's going on with your body. Do I believe that's true? To an extent. I think there's more to it than that, but on a basis of it physically, that sort of makes sense. However, we talked about dreams and how, they're not supposed to make sense. Obviously, dreams only take up a certain amount of the sleep cycle. I think 15 minutes every 90 minutes. However, my dreams are different from everybody else in the class, at least to my knowledge, because we all talked about it. My dreams are very plot-based, which is odd because even my writing isn't very plot-based. I focus more on characters, but there's whole plot lines, and it goes even deeper than that, there's scripts. Each character has a script, and when I realize it's a dream, I'm like, oh no, I don't want to mess this up. And then I'm trying to play into it, because I know people put work into this, so I keep playing along, but obviously now I don't know the lines because I'm aware, I'm lucid, I think is the term. So then I accidentally mess up other people's lines. And they're like, oh man, if we don't get to do this performance now. And I feel bad. That's what's going on in my head. The assignment is to create a sort of a representation of dreams in 20 seconds. Now, I'm famous for going over the maximum on any assignment I try. So at least the ones I try on, because if you see other assignments, like the Someone assignment that I've already posted to this channel, that one I didn't try as hard on, and it wasn't as good on account of that, but at least it was under the maximum. So when looking at dreams and the fact that my dreams are so plot driven, I can't really make a representation of my dreams in 20 seconds because there is no plot that I can do in 20 seconds. I'm not, who wrote that 5-word poem? Was that Ernest Hemingway? It was some famous poet. I'm not that guy. I am concise, but the stories I tell are concise yet expansive. Does that make sense? Alright. So, as opposed to doing this where I just I'm just going to do a representation of my dreams, I'm going to sort of mishmash things together, which is why I said I'm going to cut up this footage and just shove it in the end somewhere. So, I'm going to go look at this assignment. I am fulfilling the assignment because the assignment I'm about to say, but here's the description. Utilizing layers, keyframe, and audio, create a 20-second dream or dream fragment. This could be from a dream you had, one you heard about, or a response to our reading or discussions. So technically I am fulfilling the assignment, but in my mind I'm skirting it because I feel like you know, making a dream film, and not using your dreams is sort of, I don't know, false advertising. It satisfies the assignment, so that's all that matters. Incorporate audio or visual signifiers to indicate the states of dreaming and being awake. Use a combination of visual techniques, video effects, drawing, and our photos. Construct a soundscape to enhance the meaning and feeling of your film. Okay. So, got some ideas. I want to, when I'm sort of like going off of here in terms of like creative, is classic, like, you know, dream. I don't know if I want to say cliches, because cliche is kind of cliche, but sort of like iconic images that people would have in their dreams. One of the things I'm thinking of is and someone I know has a lighter that he messes with a lot, and I was thinking of if I can, you know, if I could borrow his lighter, I was gonna do a scene where it was complete darkness, and then like I light up the lighter in front of my face, and it like illuminates like part of my face. That was one of the images I'm working with. I think I'm gonna go with, so it says drawings and photos have to be part of it. Obviously effects throughout, but drawings and photos have to be part of it. So I'm not a drawer or a photographer, unless you count this is photography, which I don't. So I'm gonna have to like do research to like look for that kind of thing. But until that point, I think half of it, so I want to go for 10 seconds of video. I think that visual will probably be one of the longer ones because it's like movement. So it'll be 4 seconds, and this cut up can be 2 seconds. So that's half of the video sort of done already. What if I did something where I was like, would that be good, you think? I don't know. I don't know if that's anything. If I could use that. I was thinking like looking out over something. I might reshoot that tomorrow when it's lighter outside. Just because I think there's something there of having a visual of me like standing up and looking out. Because, especially because if I'm starting with the lighter, I don't know if that's anything. But yeah, before I end this, I just want to say real quick, I don't necessarily like assignments like this. Let me explain why. I don't like assignments with maximums. I understand that people have something to get through, like, you know, they don't want to watch a full 2-hour movie. But I think I'm, like, you know, the people in this class are at an age where creativity is not something that can be limited by, like, oh, you know, here's, like, you know, you have to do this in a set amount of time. I think right now, creativity should be allowed to flourish. And then, obviously, you know, there's, you know, logistics to this. In a, you know, newspaper, you have to fill up a certain amount of space on the page. And if you go over that, then you can't fit it, literally. So there's obviously that in real life, but I'm talking here in a vacuum. What does it matter if this is 30 seconds instead of 20 seconds? That's personal something I don't get, and I have never gotten in any of my education. And I think any time a professor will put a maximum on something, it limits creativity. Which is why I'm not really trying that hard. That's why I'm sort of like banking on these sort of the cliches, is that what I called it? The iconic images, that's what I said. I'm sort of banking off of that because I'm going off of what's easy and what's recognizable. So we'll see if that works. But yeah, I think that was actually pretty helpful. Maybe I should do this more. But anyway, I might show it at the end Here, you know what? If I edit it at the same time that I'm editing this video, then I'll put it right here. Do you think I could tell you a secret? My name is Inertia, on the topic of dreams. Now, it'll be real awkward if I don't finish it and I'm just sort of like sitting there waiting in the final cut of this, but you know, I don't know, maybe that'll be funny. Anyway, that's all from me. So until next time, adieu.